What's up guys, Hanish here, and today we had a patch for Destiny 2. This was update 1.1.1.1, and this brings a number of changes and additions to Destiny 2, so I wanted to break down exactly what has been changed so you guys playing the game can look out for certain things. So they do talk about the locking of content, things like the prestige activities, which I'll go over in a moment, but there are some other fixes as well as additions and changes. Some of these will affect things like vendors. We've also got info about Masterworks and all of that kind of stuff, so it's worth knowing. So for faction rallies, players can no longer loot to the same chest multiple times in quick succession, so no more farming faction rally tokens then. They fixed an issue where faction tokens were not being removed on the conclusion of events for some players, and faction rally emblems now display the correct pledge tracker stat. They fixed the problem where faction tokens were being removed from players' inventories when they created a new character, and a problem where players would not receive a faction rally winner discount. So now we have the slightly more exciting stuff. Masterworks have been added to the game. Legendary weapons can now drop as a masterwork for characters above level 250, and masterworks provide bonus weapon stats and generate orbs on multi-kills. And I'm sure some of you have seen these in game already, but here's a quick screenshot of one on Uriel's gift. I will keep you guys posted on exactly how all of these work, but for engrams, legendary and exotic drop rates have been adjusted down for public events and up for strike and crucible playlist activities, so there is an actual nerf to public event engram drops. They've reduced the chance of a legendary engram rewarding multiple legendary items as well. So definitely an interesting change there. I guess the idea is to push strikes and crucible more as opposed to just farming public events, but I think some people will definitely be disappointed in that change. For Xur though, he will now sell 3 of coins, and this will increase the drop chance of exotics. He will also sell fated engrams, and these are guaranteed to give you an exotic you don't currently own. There are some exotic changes, so they fixed an issue where the Vesper of Radius, Helm of Saint 14, Graviton Forfeit, and Gemini Jester were dropping with incorrect class mods, and they fixed an issue where the Prometheus Lens exotic was outputting too much damage too quickly, so there's the nerf. They also fixed an issue where exotic weapons from Curse of Osiris were mislabeled within exotic engrams. At vendors, there are some new gift consumables. So Zavala will now sell a Fireteam gift consumable that provides rewards to the user's Fireteam on a strike completion. Shax will sell a Fireteam gift consumable that provides rewards to all players at the end of a Crucible match. Tess Everest will sell a Fireteam gift consumable that provides rewards to all players on strike or Crucible activity completion as well. So pretty interesting right there. And obviously go visit those vendors in the tower to actually see those. On top of this though, faction vendors now offer legendary gear for direct purchase with shards and faction tokens. So when the rally does come around, there will be a change there. And for the Crucible, they added invisible physics to keep players from hiding in the red bay box on the Pacifica map, and adjusted power ammo locations on the Eternity map. So overall, definitely positive changes right there to the kind of progression systems and some of the loot systems. So they fixed an issue impacting power level progression from level 289 to 300 for players who do not own Curse of Osiris, and fixed an issue that would prompt a Curse of Osiris purchase menu when players were attempting to acquire the scout report, and this is the one for Mercury. It would actually display insufficient glimmer. They fixed an issue where the word Nightfall was not prepended to Curse of Osiris strikes in the Nightfall director node, and adjusted the functionality of chest reward throttles. Players now receive reduced amounts of loot when opening large numbers of chests in quick succession rather than nothing at all. So the chest farming lockout thing has essentially been changed. Cade stash chests now grant rewards via the loot stream to prevent items from disappearing into the ground, and they fixed an issue where cannons on Mercury were not functioning properly for PC players when playing at over 60 frames a second. They've also fixed the HDR functionality on PlayStation and PlayStation Pro, so you guys will be able to enjoy that now. They also fixed the problem where players with over 84 emblems were unable to see new emblems that they owned within the collection screen, but for the UI, on player inspection, currency display is no longer visible. Vendor waypoints are only highlighted when players have enough tokens to earn a reward, and they fixed an issue where some players could not interact with items when they had a full inventory. But we have information on activities, and this particularly pertains to the locking of content behind the DLC. So they've brought the Prestige Leviathan raid back down to 300 power, making it accessible to all players regardless of Curse of Osiris ownership. The adjusted activity will no longer grant guaranteed 330 power items, and they've adjusted the difficulty for the normal Callus encounter. For Trials of the Nine, players who do not own Curse of Osiris may access Trials of the 9 when a Destiny 2 launch map is featured, so essentially when there isn't a Curse of Osiris DLC map, and they modified the achievement, the Prestige, and the associated trophy to remove the Nightfall component. This may now be completed regardless of Curse of Osiris ownership by completing the Leviathan raid on Prestige. So there we go guys, that summarizes this update and the patch changes that you can expect to see in the game. Definitely interesting stuff with the vendors. I'll be curious to see how those consumables work out. I will cover more information on Masterworks weapons soon, and I'd like to hear your thoughts on the changes and the adjustments to public events and exotics as well. For now, I hope you have enjoyed the video guys. If you have, a like and comment below is appreciated. If you're new to the channel, be sure to hit subscribe to see more Destiny 2 content, but for now, have an awesome day.